咁比起其他嘅工業國，加拿大可以話係幸運得多啦。我哋嘅能源量係十分充足，而有大部分仲係屬於出口添。不過喺油價同埋環境污染問題影響底下，加拿大政府正鼓勵更多能源公司發展其他更有效、更經濟嘅汽車燃料供應辦法。大家都知道，好多商業都係依靠貨車做生意，能夠減低燃料嘅費用，可節省唔少嘅經費。喺安省，天然氣體 natural gas 成為汽車另一種嘅燃料，係漸受到歡迎。最大嘅優點就係可以大量減低燃料嘅費用。我哋一齊睇睇。中東戰爭爆發，汽油價格上漲，唔少商業嘅盈利因而受損，特別係一啲要為生意而經營車隊嘅公司。雖然加拿大嘅汽油供應量可以話仍然十分充足，更有效而有經濟嘅經營辦法，始終對小型商業係相當之重要。喺安省，天然汽油嘅燃料已漸漸受到好多車主嘅關注，因為比起普通嘅汽油，天然氣體費用可以低出起碼50%。
Cheap?
How far as the saving is concerned?
Naturally, you save about 50%.
Some of our customers tell us they save 30%, 40%. We even have some of our larger customers who tell us they save 70%. I think that was the time of the higher prices of gasoline a few months ago when it got to close to 70 cents a liter.
史道維係 Consumers Gas 公司天然氣體業務發展嘅負責人，佢話到目前嚟講 ，natural gas 係最適合運用喺一般小型商業嘅車輛。經過十分簡單嘅改裝計劃，一部汽車可以使用汽油以及天然氣體兩種嘅燃料嚟行駛。喺一個手掣嘅控制之下，使用者實整可以增加一部車嘅燃料量。由於目前天然氣體氣缸嘅容量實在有限，一部私家車平均只係可以行駛150公里，較大嘅貨車或者客 van 就可以負載2個氣缸。史道維指出，喺不久嘅將來，部分嘅美國車行將會提供以天然氣體及汽油以兩種嘅燃料行駛嘅小型貨車。
At this stage in the market development, it's an aftermarket service, so we have to switch. We have to switch and go to the converted fuel. In the future, and not too distant future, the customer will be able to purchase directly from the automaker through the dealership natural gas vehicle. General Motors have introduced, or I shouldn't say introduced, they've announced an NGV pickup truck this coming fall.
天然氣體嘅供應量喺加拿大係十分充足，儲存量亦都比普通汽油多好多倍。不過由於天然氣體運用喺汽車方面，可以話係一項新嘅發展，供應站嘅數量喺加拿大並未接近足夠嘅地步。目前安省只係大約有40多個車站提供天然氣體。此外 ，Consumers Gas 正在試用家庭式嘅氣體分配器。史道維話：佢哋曾經接到非常熱烈嘅反應，不過由於分配器只係在試用嘅階段，佢哋並冇足夠嘅儀器提供俾客人。雖然供應站嘅數量係一個未能解決到嘅問題，佢哋正積極咁增加更完善嘅服務，而家庭式嘅分配器係一個好嘅例子。
One of the difficulties that we have with natural gas for vehicles is the fact that there are very few outlets at this time. However, that's also a challenge for us to come up with better ways of serving the customer and to providing the fuel. We have introduced a small home compressor for the market, and of course with the ability to refuel from the small compressor at your home or at your point of business, it means that you don't have to rely as much on the public refueling stations.
加拿大目前係有25000部車係改裝以天然氣體行駛嘅。喺政府嘅資助計劃鼓勵下 ，Consumers Gas 公司正好積極咁宣傳天然氣體各方面嘅優點㗎。比起其他嘅汽油，天然氣體係乾淨得多。由於氣體係並冇任何嘅毒氣、顏色或者味道存在，佢嘅優點可以話十分之優勝。而另外喺環境污染問題越受到關注嘅時候， 天然氣體嘅優點尤其顯得更加重要。而另外，天然氣體可大量減低毒氣嘅散發。史杜維指出，喺美國政府空氣污染嘅法例同埋中東戰爭影響底下，大眾對使用天然氣體嘅興趣係越見明顯。
Because of activities in the United States through the Clean Air Bill, which has tightened the tailpipe emission standards in the United States, and the recent Gulf crisis, we've been finding just a tremendous interest in natural gas for vehicles and quite a demand on our system and ability to supply the equipment to do the conversions and, of course, to have enough gas available at the public refueling station, just the number of public refueling stations to fill the vehicles.
另外，天然氣體嘅安全性亦都相當之重要。資料顯示呢一種氣體係燃料產品之中最安全嘅。天然氣體嘅氣缸曾經多次經過汽車意外嘅實驗。假若有漏嘅情況出現，天然氣體只會蒸發於空氣之中，汽車失事並唔會導致任何嘅爆炸。
The natural gas has been proven over the years to be the safest form of energy, and that's not me talking as a consumer's gas person, but that's simply statistical information that's gathered by fire marshal's office and fire departments throughout the world. And time after time, at the end of the year, natural gas proves to be the safest form of energy. And for vehicles, extra care is being taken as well. One of the concerns, of course, is the cylinder that stores the natural gas in the vehicle. It's gone through severe crash tests and to the point of demolishing the vehicle in the crash tests, and the cylinder remains intact.
除咗安全嘅優點之外，天然氣體對汽車嘅性能亦都產生良好嘅作用。Natural gas 不純嘅化學物體分量係十分之低。因而可以延長一部汽車機件嘅壽命，而換機油嘅次數亦都可以大量減低。
Every indication that we have shows that the engine wears longer. There's less need for oil changes, and in the way that helps the environment too. We don't have to worry about where do we dump the old oil as often as we do at this time.
天然氣體嘅發展係得到兩級政府嘅全力資助，聯邦政府係提供500元。扣稅利益俾任何用者，而省政府亦都提供1000元嘅回佣俾任何選購改良嘅新車主。喺咁多方面有利嘅條件之下，天然氣體喺加拿大嘅潛質可以話十分優厚。由於加拿大天然氣體嘅供應量係非常充足，汽車燃料喺日後嘅發展可以話係無限嘅。Consumers Gas 公司嘅發言人話，近日係出現咗求過於供嘅情形。目前供應站嘅分配實在係未如理想。另一個問題就係一部車嘅儲存量亦都只係有限，所以用者都依然要繼續運用燃油做一半嘅燃料，而天然氣體暫時都係較適合短程用途。一間公司上市嘅目的都係為咗要增加資金，實行更大嘅擴充計劃。如果你對呢一間公司係有信心嘅話，你可能有興趣買些少嘅股票。投資喺該公司嘅一般股票經紀對買賣嘅問題相當熟悉。喺電子科技嘅進步之下，同客人買或者賣一隻股票係十分簡單。不過對好多普羅大眾，股票交易嘅運作始終係相當陌生嘅。多倫多股票交易所為咗增加大家對買賣股票嘅認識，每年都舉行一次小型嘅交易所，大眾係有機會學習點樣自己去買賣一隻嘅股票。我哋今晚就將呢一個小型交易所帶到大家嘅府上。據資料顯示，喺4位加拿大人之中，起碼有1位都會投資喺一間上市公司嘅股票。喺一個自由貿易企業化嘅社會，國家嘅經濟好多時都由大企業公司推動。喺多倫多，超過1200間公司都有喺多倫多股票交易所登記上市。為咗鼓勵更多人投資喺股票同埋增加對股票買賣嘅認識，多倫多股票交易所每年都舉行一次嘅小型交易所，任何有興趣嘅人都可以正式喺現場做交易。
We're offering investors the opportunity to buy or sell from 1 to 100 shares in 10 stocks that we've selected that trade on the floor of the TSC. And it's real live trading, it's not a game. People actually are buying or selling shares in 10 stocks.
普遍嚟講，股票交易嘅步驟通常會由一位經紀實行。 經紀行通常係以佣金制度提供服務，佣金嘅數量係以每股計算，一股嘅費用大約係由45至50元不等，而好多時經紀行所收嘅佣金費係並不相同。不過喺小型交易所做買賣，參加者係有機會參與整個投資嘅過程。喺透過電腦嘅幫助，我哋可以按部咁照銀幕嘅指示去買賣10隻指定嘅股票。
Green now, okay.
小型交易所今年指定10隻嘅股票，都係加拿大其中最具知名度嘅上市公司。每一間上市公司每年都透過年刊同埋季刊，向所有股票持有人公佈公司上一年度嘅業績。一份年刊其實係十分之有用，因為投資者可以從年刊嘅資料做返些少嘅研究，然後先至作出買賣嘅決定。
People really can make their own investment decisions. They can look at the company, they can look at some of the financial figures for the company and assess whether they feel it's a good investment or not.
喺小型交易所做買賣，我哋只可以最多買入或賣出100股。由於可口可樂可以話係十分流行嘅產品，我哋今次就選擇咗買入10股可口可樂嘅股票。步驟係相當簡單，電腦係會登記投資者所有嘅個人資料，包括要賣嘅股票數量、姓名、地址同埋電話號碼。電腦亦立刻顯示可口可樂每股當時嘅股價為9元8毫5仙。10股嘅總數量係列出喺臨時收據上面。喺經過交易台證實之後，我哋就透過現場嘅經紀俾錢。股票證書將會日後寄到我哋嘅手中。小型交易所負責人加芙蓮話，經紀嘅角色實在係非常之重要。所有喺多倫多交易所登記嘅經紀行都鼓勵人打電話查詢任何做買賣嘅情形。
We invite people to talk to the brokers that are here at the show. Call any of our member firms up. Member firms are, again, just brokerage firms that belong to the TSC. We invite people to contact brokers, to talk to them, to tell them what they're looking for in a broker so that they can find the best fit possible.
加芙蓮亦話，一隻新出嘅股票實在係值得我哋留意嘅。多倫多股票交易所已經推出咗一隻叫做 TIPS 嘅股票，每一股 TIPS 可為你分散投資喺35間加拿大其中最具規模嘅公司，而每一間公司嘅股票亦都係多倫多股票交易所最活躍嘅。
TIPS are Toronto Index participation units. What TIPS is, it actually represents an investment in the 35 companies that make up the 35 index. It represents the 35 stocks in the 35 index, represent a cross-section of the Canadian economy. They have to fit very strict criteria to actually be a member, well, to make up the 35 index.
憑住股票交易所嘅指數，投資者可以睇到股票市場喺一日內上落嘅情形。TIPS 一隻股票價值其實係隨住多倫多股票交易所走勢而定。假如交易所一日嘅指數係高嘅話， TIPS 嘅股票價值亦會通常跟住上升。一單位 TIPS 嘅股價大約係指數1/10嘅價值。假若指數係180點， TIPS 嘅股票將會係18元。加芙蓮指出 ，TIPS 同埋普通股票一樣，每季係有股息嘅派彩。
TIPS also pays dividends on a quarterly basis, so it is a stock, and you do get the benefits of owning a stock. There has been quite a bit of trading in TIPS, so one step that we have to make sure is that people understand the product. People are getting a little bit more comfortable with what shares are all about.
股票交易買賣可能係簡單嘅步驟，但係投資決定始終係最重要。好多行內人話，以低價買入、高價賣出嘅原則，幾時都唔會錯得去邊。我相信大家都會同意，買賣股票過程其實唔係咁複雜，喺幾時買或者幾時賣先至得益會最大，係人人都要考慮。一位好嘅經紀係應該有責任建議俾客人幾時交易先至最有利㗎。不過點樣去選擇合理嘅經紀人，或者係適唔適合自己，係亦都需要考慮同埋好重要㗎。
日係有機會我哋會同大家研究呢方面嘅問題。據加拿大會議局嘅預測，阿爾拔省喺明年經濟嘅增長係會比其他省份好嘅，佢哋國內生產總值可能會有4.6%嘅上升。各位觀眾，歡迎收睇《商業透視》，我係梁永恩。一年一度嘅國際車展覽亦都經已圓滿結束。大會數字顯示，今年嘅參加人數係咁多年嚟最多嘅。行內人認為咁踴躍嘅反應，可以反映出汽車業喺今年可能會有好轉。加拿大市場往年嘅總銷量係並不樂觀。進入新嘅一年度，汽車嘅推銷商唯有係再次抱住樂觀嘅態度，希望今年嘅銷量會比往年好嘅。大家都知道，我哋現時係面對相當壞嘅經濟情況，經濟衰退對工商業嘅打擊係十分之大。市道唔好，汽車業嘅打擊可以話比好多其他嘅行業更加嚴重。北美其中兩間最具規模嘅生產商 GM 同埋 Ford 剛宣布佢哋有史以嚟最壞嘅第四季業績，20億美元嘅損失係相當驚人嘅數字。喺解釋今次業績嘅時候 ，GM 嘅主席士當堡指責消費者信心係受到戰爭同埋經濟下降所影響嘅。不過，雖然汽車業肯定會受到供求量嘅影響，一啲分析家就認為北美嘅汽車業所面對嘅困難並唔係咁簡單。有人甚至乎話，長遠嚟睇，美國三大汽車公司可能會失去更大嘅市場俾日本車㗎。咁對於加拿大整個行業又有咩影響呢？我哋聽聽分析家嘅意見。
喺一個華麗嘅氣派底下，加拿大嘅消費者可以欣賞今年度最新穎嘅車款。不過喺咁富麗嘅場面之中，汽車業嘅前景係唔係咁樂觀呢？紐約汽車業分析家基納喺最近一次演說中透露，北美汽車業正面對非常惡劣嘅環境。佢預測喺未來10年，北美整個行業並唔會有可觀嘅增長。喺世界性嘅經濟收縮影響底下，買車嘅人數將會繼續下降，再加上強烈嘅競爭，一般汽車製造商嘅利潤將再度縮減。喺冇錢揾嘅時候，冇能力競爭嘅生產商可能會被淘汰。但係加拿大汽車業分析家杜洛斯就有唔同嘅睇法。雖然目前市景係十分之淡，佢預測加拿大汽車業喺未來10年內每年將會保持1%至1.5%嘅增長。
Well, I don't think the long-term markets are bleak. I think that they are going to be growing slow. There's not a lot of expansion out there. We're probably looking at 1 to 1.5% growth over the next 10 years. That's not that bad. That still is 16 million North American units.
杜洛斯指出，雖然加拿大嘅汽車業大部分時間都受到美國市場嘅影響，不過加拿大嘅市場並唔及得美國咁壞。佢指出，小型貨車嘅市場其實有十分優良嘅業績，而比起私家車市場嘅增長率係更大。事實上，美國製造嘅小型貨車嘅銷量係比日本產品仍然佔盡優勢。但係喺私家車方面，日本車往年喺北美嘅總業績就繼續比三大美國車廠更加優勝。GM、Ford 同 Chrysler 嘅總銷量曾再一度急劇下跌，而單單喺90年嘅第一季，入口車經已佔盡美國市場嘅33.2%，每一個百分點係大約等於10萬部汽車。分析家指出，假若美國汽車業真正係咁疲弱，日本車嘅銷量就會同樣下降。雖然如此，分析家杜洛斯話，佢對美國嘅產品仍然十分睇好。佢認為講到質素嘅方面，美國車同日本車經已非常接近。
I'm bullish on the big three. I think they're very well positioned over the next 5 years to do well. They've solved a lot of their quality and competitiveness issues, and now we're competing on product, and they've got good products. So it's going to be a very competitive marketplace.
相比之下，美國汽車嘅市場實際上比加拿大巨大得多。不過，一般消費者喺基本上購買嘅作風比美國人就分別唔大。人口繼續老化，好多消費者將會追求比以前更大型、更舒適嘅汽車。杜洛斯指出，目前加拿大有60%嘅市場都係屬於中小型車。喺咁嘅情況下，加拿大嘅市場潛質仍然係存在嘅。佢話喺中價及低價小型車之中，美國車實在有足夠嘅實力同日本車競爭。佢亦都認為所有汽車嘅質素都已達到世界嘅水平。
Everybody is looking for more vehicles. The compact buyer is going to move up to the intermediate size. The subcompact is moving up to compact, etc., etc. And that bodes well for the domestic product, which has a lot of strength through the middle markets. But all cars entering the automotive marketplace are of world-class quality. I don't care what you buy. I've looked at the product on the floor today with GM, Ford, Chrysler, and I'm very pleased with what I see.
北美汽車業已進入一個新嘅階段，為咗爭取更大嘅市場，差不多所有嘅日本車廠都有同美國3大車廠作出商務上嘅協議。一部 Ford 91年款嘅小跑車，其實係運用日本萬字德設計嘅技巧。Toyota、Honda 同日産3間日本公司都有喺加拿大設廠，每年超過200萬部汽車都係由呢幾間日本車廠製造嘅。呢類移植生產嘅日本車，其實就係加拿大人製造嘅產品。
Well, certainly in North America and true in Canada also, there's a shift perhaps between domestic and import nameplates to a degree. I think the import nameplates are growing. People have to realize that a lot of that product is built in North America now. Mm-hmm. We have over 2 million production capacity for Hondas and Toyotas and Nissans and Mitsubishis. The transplants in North America. And although we have this import phenomena continuing to take a point of market share here and there, it is Canadians building those vehicles and Americans building those vehicles. A lot of those vehicles are joint venture products with GM, Ford, and Chrysler.
杜洛斯話喺世界性貿易嘅趨勢之下，所有大嘅汽車製造商都會繼續喺世界各地開設移植生產嘅設施。不過佢強調，最重要嘅都係汽車產品嘅質素將會繼續大量提高。好多70年同80年代嘅消費者可以話曾經被美國車廠忽略咗，但係90年代經已係消費者嘅天地。無論係品質、特性或者係售價方面，消費者實在係比以往多咗好多嘅選擇。佢哋對汽車初步嘅反應將會係斷定勝局最基本嘅條件。
The decade of the 1990s is true consumer powers in the automotive markets. How they cast their votes will determine the survival of these companies. And they are going to win and win big. Mm-hmm. They have super quality product across the board. They have very competitive prices across the board. That's why most vehicle companies aren't making money today. The consumers are getting such a good deal. You have technology that's state-of-the-art, and that's more than just fancy technologies, fancy dashboards and trip computers. It's integral technologies in the vehicles.
無可否認喺日本車更激烈嘅競爭之下，美國3大車廠唯有係以更積極嘅態度接受更大嘅挑戰。
無可否認，日本車喺北美市場嘅成功係越見明顯嘅。原因好簡單，一般日本車嘅質素好多時都勝過美國嘅產品。雖然日本車嘅價錢並唔平，消費者對日本車嘅好評可以反映出美國3大車廠係逐漸失去60年代嘅優勢。Honda 嘅雅閣喺往年仲成為北美銷路最廣嘅私家車添。喺咁嘅情形下，美國嘅汽車公司實在需要更加努力，定下策略去倒轉局勢。不過對美國同埋加拿大嘅消費者，更大嘅競爭實在係好嘅。唔少分析家話，目前正係買新車最理想嘅時候。喺美國3大汽車公司之中 ，GM 嘅規模係最巨大。事實上 ，GM 係世界一間領先嘅企業公司，佢哋嘅資金同埋資產總值係非常之龐大。不過喺面對日本汽車咁大嘅競爭 ，GM 廠近年嚟亦都開始以更積極嘅態度去檢討自己嘅弱點。經過多年嘅試驗同埋考察，佢哋終於體會到日本產品嘅優勢喺邊一度。其實 GM 嘅弱點係多方面嘅，其中最重要就係管理人才同埋控制成本嘅問題。GM 公司喺8年前 經已開始咗實行一項龐大嘅調整計劃。佢哋甚至乎以一個全新嘅牌子針對日本車添，一齊睇睇。
由於負擔嘅問題，有60%喺加拿大出售嘅私家車都係屬於15,000元以下嘅中小型汽車。事實上，呢一類嘅汽車亦可以話種類繁多，其中最受歡迎嘅包括有日本廠 Honda 同 Toyota 出產嘅 Civic 同埋 Corolla 兩隻車。當然，美國 GM 嘅小型車亦都相當受歡迎，但係喺耐用同埋質素方面，唔少消費者喺市場調查中都透露日本車好多時都會領先。世界最大規模嘅企業公司 GM 其實對目前喺北美不利嘅形勢係十分之關注。佢哋一早了解到，為咗回復大眾對美國汽車嘅信心，以往一套嘅營業同埋生產嘅制度，可能係需要進行一次大量嘅改革。喺8年前，GM 廠曾經實行咗一項未曾嘗試過嘅生產計劃。經過詳盡嘅市場調查之後，GM 喺 Tennessee 州開創咗定名為 Saturn 龐大嘅生產計劃。經過8年嘅時間以及3億5千萬美元嘅投資，Saturn 終於喺往年年尾喺美國面世。GM 廠附屬機構 Saturn 係以全新面貌出現。分析家認為 Saturn 實在抱住重大嘅任務，因為 Saturn 主要嘅目的係同日本車一戰天下。如果成功，美國產品可能有機會重新捲土重來。行內人話 GM 呢一項龐大嘅投資，實在係有好大機會可以成功嘅。一般分析家都一致認為 Saturn 嘅大計實在具有一種嘅代表性存在。假若呢一隻小型汽車會被美國人接受嘅話，美國嘅工業會再有更大嘅能力同日本工業競爭。除此之外，有人亦話 Saturn 嘅計劃對 GM 嘅心理負擔係相當之大，因為成功將會帶嚟無限嘅心理利益。不過失敗將再度大量打擊美國汽車業喺日本產品中競爭嘅地位。到目前為止 ，Saturn 似乎得到一啲分析家唔少嘅好評。雖然佢哋嘅產品最初步嘅推出經已發生咗小毛病，但係好多人話 Saturn 召回產品嘅行動可以反映出佢哋對十分細節嘅問題都極之關注，因為佢哋認為消費者第一次嘅反應一定要係好嘅。加拿大汽車業分析家杜洛斯話：該次召回產品嘅行動係對嘅。
They've had a lot of issues getting it to market. If I'm one thing in GM's favor, instead of rushing a car into the marketplace with some problems, they've slowed up, they've addressed those problems, which has cost them some initial sales, but they're doing it right. And I think Saturn is going to be successful.
杜洛斯亦指出，目前係好難預料到 Saturn 喺加拿大市場成功嘅機會。不過佢相信一個咁龐大而富有資金嘅組織，實在有足夠嘅能力同資源去捲土重來。佢指出，近5年間 GM 廠好似比以往積極咗好多。佢哋可以話唔再願意見到美國汽車嘅市場繼續咁失勢。
General Motors over the next 5 years is probably the company to watch. They have the most product coming in. They've the most aggressive. They've got the power to do it. And they've also philosophically decided, or seem to change philosophically, to want to defend their market position more over the next 5 years than they have over the last 10 years. And an aggressive GM is going to cause a lot of the other vehicle companies problems, there's no doubt.
Saturn 其實係專針對80%目前駕駛緊日本小型車嘅消費者，無論係質素、性能、用油量或者係款式問題，佢哋都相信 Saturn 將會可以同 Civic 或者 Corolla 有得比較。喺出售價方面 ，Saturn 亦都準備以較低嘅價錢與同級嘅日本車競爭。除咗小型車之外，GM 廠近年嚟亦都開始見到更多日本車廠針對豪華房車嘅市場。隨住 Acura、Lexus 以及 Infiniti 喺往年曾大量推出佢哋幾部由差不多3萬至6萬元出售價嘅高級房車。據杜洛斯指出，喺人口老化嘅趨勢底下，呢 呢一個情形係必然嘅。
We saw the big phenomenon in the last 5 years of the move to light truck away from passenger car. That's a structural change. I think if you look out over the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see a move upscale of the entire marketplace. You'll find over the next 5 years that GM, Ford, and Chrysler are very competitive in the marketplace with a lot of good product. They have largely solved their quality problems and their competitiveness problems.
日本豪華級房車嘅好評可以話轟動咗整個美國汽車業。一向被譽為喺呢一個市場中領先嘅歐洲車，都要重新檢討佢哋嘅策略，同日本車喺質素同埋性能方面一戰天下。
究竟日本車北美市場會唔會繼續咁受歡迎係難以推測。不過如果以幾款高價車作為例子，日本車喺北美市場係有大好機會更加成功嘅。我哋當然亦要睇下 Saturn 嘅進展如何，消費者嘅反應係點，我哋好快就會知道。今晚商業錦囊嘅答案就係加拿大政府數字顯示，加拿大人喺往年除稅之後嘅債額係佔咗個人嘅收入78%嘅。各位觀眾，歡迎收睇《商業透視》，我係梁永欣。加拿大係世界7大工業國家之一，先進嘅傳訊系統對我哋日後喺世界市場嘅發展可以話係十分之重要。冇咗快速嘅傳訊工具，生意嘅成本就會高好多，加拿大同人競爭嘅能力亦會跟住下降。講到傳訊或者係通訊嘅科技，加拿大喺呢方面嘅發展係非常迅速，包括衛星 satellite 嘅服務。我相信大家間中會見到一啲衛星碟安設喺一間屋嘅後花園，或者喺一座大廈嘅天台上面。衛星嘅用途係非常之廣泛，除咗喺家庭娛樂方面之外，衛星對商業上嘅貢獻亦都係十分之廣。喺衛星科技更大嘅發展底下，衛星服務嘅經費亦都陸續比以往平。今晚嘅節目將會分開兩部分，我哋首先睇睇衛星喺商業嘅用途其中最新嘅發展，之後我哋會同大家研究家庭娛樂方面又有咩嘅新趨向？
為咗減低存貨量嘅開支，唔少大型嘅生意都開始採用統稱為 just-in-time 來貨供應嘅辦法。對一間運輸公司，時間就係金錢。流動嘅衛星通訊設備對 just-in-time 供應嘅操作係十分重要。運輸公司嘅司機可以喺15秒鐘之內傳送任何重要嘅貨運資料。行內人話喺美國行家猛烈嘅競爭底下，流動衛星嘅科技可以大量增加加拿大運輸公司服務嘅效率。
Definitely is a marketing edge for us. We have always considered ourselves to be innovative in the transportation industry. We work very closely with our shipping public. We get involved in all types of different logistical applications where we have changed packaging designs. We've even modified equipment to specifically meet the shipper's requirements. And now with the added advantage of the satellite, it broadens our horizons.
統稱為 Mobile Sat-Link 通訊系統，主要係一種資料傳送嘅服務。憑住呢一部安喺貨車上面嘅小型衛星儀器，運輸公司嘅聯絡站可以隨時喺電腦畫面上睇到一部貨車當時嘅位置。與此同時，貨車司機亦可以接收任何有關客人臨時發出嘅命令。喺透過十分先進衛星及電腦嘅儀器設備，聯絡站係可以喺24小時之內確定貨車隊嘅行蹤。除咗增加服務效率之外，流動衛星通訊亦都大量減低長途電話費嘅開支。
It dropped our direct number of calls coming into our dispatch centers by 70%. That translated roughly to a 40% reduction in the actual cost of the telephone calls. We realized some greater efficiencies because we had high costs due to the international nature of our business. So primarily our calls were international and thus they're more high priced.
呢一間運輸公司嘅負責人指出，佢哋服務嘅範圍主要係包括美國北至南部嘅地方。雖然無線電話科技喺今日係非常普遍，流動衛星通訊嘅用途及功效比起 cellular 嘅科技係更廣泛。提供流動衛星服務嘅公司指出 ，cellular 係收音機嘅科技，無線電話只能夠喺傳播站指定嘅區域之內生效。不過流動衛星科技就冇咁嘅限制。一部貨車係直接透過太空上面嘅衛星嚟生效。
The mobile satellite communication, on the other hand, is communication directly between the vehicle and the satellite in space, and then back to the other party. The difference being then that the satellite can communicate with you no matter where you are. Cellular telephone can communicate with you as long as you're close to a cell site, a base station.
對於運輸公司，車隊係一項龐大嘅投資。能夠每1分鐘將車隊運用，可為公司喺短期內帶嚟更大嘅回報。摩爾話：流動衛星通訊嘅設備可為運輸公司爭取更多嘅收入，提供比以往更高質素嘅服務。
It's time saving. It improves efficiency, and it gives them better control over their assets. I mean, those trucks are a major investment, and unless they're working for the company and for the driver all the time, that's an investment that's not giving you a good return. And I think this technology, along with others, is enabling trucking companies to get a better return from their considerable investments.
流動衛星傳訊系統喺加拿大係一項新嘅發展，比起美國，加拿大嘅市場只不過係屬於初步嘅階段。摩爾話：美國目前大約係有13000部貨車採用呢一種嘅科技，而加拿大只係有100部左右。佢話：雖然公司嘅重點係加拿大本土，將來嘅趨勢係向北美市場發展嘅。運輸法例嘅放寬對好多運輸公司不利，增加自己嘅服務效率比以往係更加重要啦。
And the trucking companies, of course, are faced with greatly increased competition from the United States and through the deregulation that they were recently faced with in Canada. So there is a lot of pressure in the transportation area to become as efficient as possible and to meet North American competition head on.
They want to know exactly where their shipment is, when it will arrive, any problems that may have been encountered en route. Through the use of the satellite technology, we can update our customers immediately should there be any problems, scheduling changes. We can divert equipment to pick up other product or whatever may be needed to meet their production requirements.
運輸行業目前係流動衛星傳訊服務最大嘅用者，不過佢嘅用途唔單止係局限於呢一方面。由於 just-in-time 來貨供應嘅辦法嘅優點係日見明顯，好似餐廳或者其他零售業，亦都開始見到流動衛星嘅重要性。摩爾話：呢一種嘅科技喺小型商業將會見到更大嘅發展，對任何嘅生意準時而恰到好處嘅貨品供應係非常有利。
Well, there is evidence that this method is being transferred to restaurants and to smaller stores to help them keep their inventory levels lower and in effect use the truck as their warehouse. But in order to take that level of risk, they have to be confident that the truck is actually going to deliver the goods on a specific schedule. And the mobile satellite communication allows that assurance. It allows the trucking companies to be able to manage to that level of accuracy.
衛星嘅科技喺商業用途可以話越嚟越廣泛。不過設備嘅投資亦係好多小型商業要面對嘅。
生意運作越廣，效率嘅問題越重要。大型企業式嘅生意可能會負擔得起喺衛星各方面嘅服務。生意運作效率越高，成本就應該會下降。不過喺更多競爭同埋客人嘅要求之下，小型嘅零售業亦都開始針對運作效率嘅問題。 我相信日後將會見到更多小型商業嘗試投資喺衛星嘅服務，日後嘅成果可能會係物有所值。衛星喺家庭娛樂方面嘅服務雖然已經存在多年，但係由於政府嘅條例並唔簡單，衛星電視嘅發展係比以往緩慢。不過喺衛星網絡同埋儀器嘅急劇發展底下，透過一部中小型衛星碟收睇電視節目，亦開始受到流行。喺我哋嘅專題裏面，大家可以了解目前接收衛星電視最大嘅限制。我哋亦會嘗試睇下衛星電視喺不久將來會有乜嘢嘅新發展。喺加拿大，大約85%嘅家庭電視節目都係由有線電視系統提供。有人話80年代係有線電視嘅世界，不過進入90年代，衛星電視嘅發展可能會比有線電視更具潛質。
The industry right now is full of about 3,000 entrepreneurs, if you like, dealers all across the country that are satisfying a real need. People living, as I said earlier, in remote or underserved areas, they feel they want the services that satellite can provide them, and the technology is there.
據估計，加拿大目前大約有30萬嘅家戶係擁有一部碟形衛星天線，大部分家戶都係位於郊區嘅地方。所有喺加拿大提供衛星服務嘅公司，都係經美洲上空嘅 C band 同埋 KU band 接收地球衛星播出嘅節目。加拿大一向喺傳訊科技有好大嘅貢獻，雖然家庭衛星電視係喺近5年內先至較為流行，不過碟形嘅衛星天線喺市面已流通咗10年左右。當時逢係擁有一部碟形天線嘅人都可以隨意接收超過150個電視台嘅節目。不過喺1986年，各傳播公司曾陸續將所有嘅節目改變頻率，防止接收人再可以免費收睇到咁多電視台嘅節目。加拿大衛星通訊公司指出，加拿大電訊電視處現時係並冇乜嘢特別嘅法例監管家庭用者，不過電視節目嘅專利權就受到法例嘅管制。
CNN News, they have the rights to sell into Canada. They're available on cable systems across the country. And if you're a satellite dish owner, you can subscribe to CNN News. First Choice and their Western counterparts, Super Channel, have the Canadian rights to the movies available via satellite.
分析家話，現有嘅法例對家庭衛星業務嘅發展係並冇幫助，最大嘅阻礙就係電視節目嘅選擇並唔夠廣泛，部分同有線電視收睇到嘅電視台亦都係一樣。投資喺最基本衛星服務嘅住戶只能夠接收到24個加拿大及美國嘅電視台，基本服務嘅安裝及儀器費用係2000元左右。另一方面，每個月仲有節目嘅附加費。一部可以轉動嘅碟形天線就可以接收喺上空14至15枚嘅地球衛星。呢一種強力更大嘅衛星碟，服務及安裝費就需要4000元左右。
Don can switch to D2. You will see the menu of the receiver come up. He's telling it to go to D2. Where it's going to right now. If you go to the extent of investing in hardware, a lot of people do look for the more expensive route because that gives them access to an awful lot more channels. Now, the programming may be a totally different issue, but they still get a lot of channels. And it's a 12-foot dish, sometimes a 10-foot dish with a motor on it, and it can virtually pan the sky.
除咗更多節目選擇嘅優點之外，衛星電視接收嘅質素比有線系統實在係更加優勝，但係行內人認為，由於目前喺加拿大可接收嘅電視台數只係有限，家庭衛星市場嘅發展比起美國係慢好多。美國巨大嘅市場可承擔衛星節目嘅成本，單單電影台嘅選擇係有7-8個。
I mean, there's 270 million people down there, so they can 270 million people can afford to choose between 7 or 8 or 9 movie channels. In Canada, with our 10% of that population, we just don't have the luxury of multiple choice in our programming services.
何堅信話：加拿大衛星嘅科技係發展得相當快，目前見到嘅天線大多數都係比較大型嘅接收碟，不過衛星碟嘅尺碼只會越嚟越細。佢話喺4至5年間，大部分嘅碟都唔會超過2尺，安裝及儀器費亦都會大量下降。佢認為雖然小耳朵嘅趨勢係會更加明顯，由摩打轉動6尺嘅碟，幾時都會有佢嘅球量。
Even today, we're on the verge of the launch of the new Canadian satellite called Anik E2, which is a hybrid satellite, the first of its kind in the world, and it has the capability of offering one satellite position with existing technology today, approximately 50 channels. And you can pick that up with a 6-foot dish.
衛星電視最大嘅好處係可以接收到全世界各地嘅資訊，而無需局限於本地嘅電視節目。不過，直至政府監管嘅條例係更加明確，願意投資喺呢一種儀器嘅人，可能並唔會有顯著嘅增加。有線電視始終會係一種正面嘅競爭。
As the size of the satellite antennas come down, and the programming services maybe increase, maybe 50 or 60 channels, then obviously the local cable company has got the same opportunity to provide those same signals.
透過衛星接收嘅電視節目雖然係有限，高質素嘅畫面亦係好大嘅吸引。無可否認，衛星電視時代經已來臨，日後嘅發展只會更大。行內人透露，政府監管條例一日未明朗化，衛星電視業務嘅發展只會有限。用衛星儀器接收電視節目嘅優點係十分明確，不過對消費者嚟講，數千元嘅費用並唔平，得嚟嘅效果同埋服務夠唔夠廣泛固然係重要。另外喺商業角度去睇，衛星家庭服務越成功，有線 cable 電視肯定需要定下反策略同衛星競爭啦。今晚商業錦囊嘅答案就係加拿大 Labatt 廠生產嘅 Blue 同埋 Blue Light 牌啤酒喺89年嘅銷量係最多嘅，佔咗加拿大市場嘅18.5%。
Now are not having such a good time because the trust companies in Canada are more focused on the real estate business in Canada, which is going through a very major cyclical downturn, and they don't have the diversity of our banks.